Newcastle United fans, are you on the edge of your seats?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
From revealing why top Premier League clubs are alarmed by Newcastle's financial prowess, to an exclusive review from a highly reliable source, unveiling the names of the players Newcastle has been scouting for the upcoming January transfer window.
Wow! Beautiful!
Seconds later.
To uncovering the shocking truth about Newcastle receiving a firm no when trying to seal a £17 million deal for a Tonali replacement. But don't fret, because we've got the inside scoop on why Kalvin Phillips suddenly wants a transfer after Newcastle showed interest. As the excitement builds, we'll take you into the fierce battle between Newcastle United and Chelsea for the signature of Bayer Leverkusen's star player. But wait, there's more. Eddie Howe, the mastermind behind Newcastle's resurgence, has made a crucial decision to tackle the injury crisis head-on. You won't believe what he's come up with.
That's why he's everything! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Will this strategy save the day?
I don't know.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Stay tuned, and remember to hit that subscribe button.
Let's go!
Starting off, the reason why top Premier League clubs are alarmed by Newcastle's financial prowess has been revealed in an article published by the Shields Gazette. The article highlights the significant amount of money Newcastle's owners, the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, have spent on player acquisitions in the Saudi Pro League. The Public Investment Fund is the majority owner of 4 clubs in the Saudi Pro League, namely Al Hilal, Al Ittihad, Al Ahly, and Al Nasser. FIFA recently reported that the Public Investment Fund spent an astonishing £701 million on new players during the summer transfer window. Unlike the Premier League, the Saudi Pro League does not have financial fair play rules governing investment. Former Premier League players, including Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, Karim Benzema, Riyad Mahrez, Ruben Neves, Jordan Henderson, Fabinho, Kalidou Koulibaly, Alex Telles, Edouard Mendy, and Sadio Mane, are now playing for these 4 clubs in the Saudi Pro League. Furthermore, UEFA is reportedly considering inviting Al Nasser, one of the Public Investment Fund-owned clubs, to participate in the Champions League next season. This further underscores the financial power and influence of the Public Investment Fund. Newcastle themselves have also benefited from this financial prowess, having sold Alain Saint-Maximin to Al Ahly for £22 million in the previous summer. Saint-Maximin has performed well for his Saudi club, registering 3 goals and 3 assists in 13 games. The fact that the Public Investment Fund can spend such a massive amount of money in a single transfer window is a cause for concern for other top Premier League clubs. Currently, Newcastle's spending is limited due to their revenues.
Of money? We have no money.
However, once the club's revenues increase, the Public Investment Fund has the financial capability to afford any transfer amount within the rules of financial fair play, which restricts spending based on annual revenue. Newcastle's owners are actively working to raise the club's commercial revenues, and their efforts have been successful in securing lucrative deals. It is projected that Newcastle's revenues could double in a couple of years, from around £180 million to close to £400 million. This is precisely why top Premier League clubs and the Premier League itself are seeking to impose restrictions on Newcastle. However, it is noted that such restrictions were not imposed on clubs like Chelsea and Manchester City in the past, despite their significant financial investments. Chelsea, under Roman Abramovich's ownership, has won numerous titles since 2003, including 5 Premier League championships, 2 Champions Leagues, 5 FA Cups, and 3 League Cups. Similarly, Manchester City, owned by Sheikh Mansour since 2008, has achieved remarkable success, securing 7 Premier League championships, 3 FA Cups, 6 League Cups, and 1 Champions League. The statement made by Rafa Benitez in 2013, during his time as interim manager at Chelsea, rings true in this context. The best clubs in the Premier League are often those with the most financial resources. As far as we can tell, Newcastle's owners are managing Newcastle with common sense and also have big money available, probably more each year as the revenues continue to rise. So we wonder how many trophies Newcastle will win in the next decade.
We will win
win the Carabao Cup, we will win the FA Cup, we will win the Champions League, and we will win the Premier League.
Even with the Premier League doing everything they can to prevent the club from becoming super successful, like Chelsea and Manchester City in the past. What do you think about this?
What have I got myself into?
That's some breaking news to bring you here on Sky Sports News. It concerns the Arsenal boss, Mikel Arteta. He has been charged with a breach of FA Rule E3.1. It follows those comments that he made in the media interviews after Arsenal's Premier League game against Newcastle on Saturday, the 4th of November.
Yes, it's alleged that his comments constitute misconduct as they are insulting towards match officials and or detrimental to the game and or bring the game into disrepute. Arteta has until Tuesday, November the 21st to provide a response to this charge.
Then moving on, Mark Douglas at iNews, a source close to the club, has just shedded light on the intense transfer battle unfolding behind the scenes at Newcastle United as they approach the upcoming January transfer window. According to Douglas, Eddie Howe, the manager of Newcastle United, is urging for immediate solutions, aiming to acquire proven and experienced players who can make an instant impact. However, the Saudi Public Investment Fund, the club's ownership group, is known for their meticulous and process-driven approach, prioritizing investments that offer long-term value to the club. Intriguingly, the report revealed that Newcastle's scouting team has set their sights on Blackburn's highly rated Adam Wharton, a talented 19-year-old midfielder. However, concerns are raised regarding whether a player of such youth and inexperience is the ideal fit for the club's current needs. Consequently, it is speculated that the club's transfer policy might undergo adjustments in January to assist Howe's injury-plagued squad. Douglas further disclosed that Newcastle is actively scouting for additional strikers to provide a third option alongside Alexander Isak and Callum Wilson. Notably, the names of Kalvin Phillips and Amadou Onana from Everton are mentioned as midfielders with Premier League experience who have captured the club's interest. Additionally, Newcastle is reportedly keeping tabs on the talented Rayan Cherki from Lyon and the highly rated teenager Doue from Rennes. This behind-the-scenes transfer saga at Newcastle United is shaping up to be a captivating battle between the manager's desire for immediate impact and the ownership group's focus on long-term value. Talking about Kalvin Phillips, the real reason behind Kalvin Phillips' desire for a transfer following Newcastle's interest has been unveiled. If Newcastle United wishes to secure the services of the talented midfielder in the upcoming January transfer window, they will need to fulfill one crucial requirement. Despite starting the 2023-24 season with a determination to remain at Manchester City and fight for his place, the 27-year-old now appears poised for a departure from the club at the beginning of the new year. This development could spell good news for Newcastle, who are actively seeking a midfielder following Sandro Tonali's suspension until August 2024. Phillips had already attracted Newcastle's attention during the summer transfer window, and Eddie Howe, the manager of Newcastle United, has once again identified him as a target midway through the campaign. Reports suggest that Phillips would be open to a move to St. James Park. However, there are no guarantees that a deal will materialize, as Newcastle is keen on securing Phillips on a loan basis due to financial fair play restrictions. Nevertheless, there is one essential factor that any club aspiring to sign the £42 million rated player must be able to offer him from now until the end of the season. According to ESPN, Phillips is seeking a move to a club where he can secure regular first-team football in preparation for Euro 2024 in Germany next summer. While he remains a regular inclusion in the England squad, his national team prospects may wane if he continues to spend most of his time on the bench at Manchester City or any other club. Consequently, the only way Phillips would consider a move to Newcastle is if Eddie Howe can guarantee him consistent minutes on the pitch while donning the black and white shirt. However, a potential stumbling block arises, as Newcastle boasts a wealth of talented midfielders when everyone is fit, despite their current injury concerns. Thus, it remains uncertain whether Howe can fulfill Phillips's requirement for regular playing time. As the transfer saga unfolds, all eyes will be on whether Newcastle can provide the necessary assurances to persuade Phillips to join their ranks and fulfill his aspirations of regular first-team action. Then, according to Italian publication Calciomercato, Newcastle United's pursuit of Atalanta midfielder Ederson has hit a roadblock, as the Serie A club has responded with a firm no to the Premier League club. Atalanta is not welcoming Newcastle's interest in Ederson, as they have already given a firm rejection to Newcastle's offer of £17 million, with Atalanta valuing Ederson closer to £35 million. While Toon Koopmeiners, another Atalanta player, is also not a viable option for Newcastle due to his high price tag of £60 million. Furthermore, there may be complications in a potential loan-to-buy deal for Ruben Neves, who represents another club funded by the Public Investment Fund in Al Hilal. Newcastle's Premier League rivals are reportedly considering banning multi-club transfers, which could delay the deal. As such, Newcastle's search for a replacement for Sandro Tonali seems to be encountering difficulties. Then, Newcastle United is currently facing an injury crisis that poses a threat to their ambitions in both European and domestic competitions. One of the major setbacks during this period has been the prolonged absence of defender Sven Botman. Since joining from Lille last summer, the 23-year-old has been a commanding presence on the pitch and played a crucial role in Newcastle's impressive defensive record in the previous Premier League season. Botman's influence extends beyond his individual performance, as he has a calming effect on the entire team and elevates the performances of those around him. However, due to injury, he has been limited to only 5 appearances this season. Botman's most recent game for Newcastle was an 8-0 victory over Sheffield United. Since then, there have been conflicting reports regarding his expected return to action. Some sources suggest that it could be a matter of months rather than weeks before the centre-back is fit to play again. In Botman's absence, club captain Jamal Lascelles has filled the void in the lineup. However, there is speculation that Newcastle will seek to strengthen the centre-back position to introduce further competition in that area of the team.
I could see that as a very real possibility.
According to Goal.com, Jonathan Tah, the informed defender for Bayer Leverkusen, is attracting interest from both Newcastle and Manchester United. Tah, who has represented Germany 19 times, joined Leverkusen in 2015 and has been a consistent presence in the team for the past 9 seasons, making 238 league appearances and counting. Standing at an imposing height of 6 feet 5 inches, Tah has already scored 3 goals in 11 appearances this season. At 27 years old, he is arguably having the best campaign of his career so far, and has played a significant role in Leverkusen's impressive start to the season. The team has achieved 10 wins and 1 draw, matching the record set by Pep Guardiola's Bayern Munich. According to reports from The Sun, Tah's market value is estimated to be around £25 million. However, considering his current form, it is likely that Leverkusen would demand a higher fee for their defender if he were to be transferred. Currently, Tah is on international duty with the German national team, participating in friendly matches against Turkey and Austria. He has aspirations of earning a spot in the starting lineup for Germany in Euro 2024, particularly since the tournament will be hosted in Germany. Newcastle United is also reportedly monitoring Ousmane Diomande, a defender from Sporting CP. The 19-year-old Ivorian is attracting interest from Premier League clubs, including Arsenal and Chelsea. According to Portuguese outlet Record, representatives from Newcastle were present at the Lisbon derby between Sporting and Benfica, where they compiled a report on Diomande. While the young defender has also caught the attention of clubs in Italy and Germany, the Premier League is considered his most likely destination. Newcastle is in need of reinforcements in their central defence, and acquiring one of the most promising young talents in European football could be a sensible move. Diomande is already an international player for Ivory Coast and a regular starter for Sporting CP. If he continues to progress as he has been, he has the potential to develop into a world-class talent. Then, in other news, according to a report, Newcastle United manager Eddie Howe is facing an unprecedented injury crisis. Premier Injuries states that Howe has 14 players unavailable for the upcoming Premier League match against Chelsea. While some players are out due to bans or facing their parent club, the majority are sidelined due to injuries. Only Alexander Isak has a slight chance of returning in time for the game. The injuries are not a result of overworking the players in training, but rather from freak occurrences. The congested fixture list has led to fitter players having to play more games, which increases the risk of injuries. With an international break approaching, Howe has reportedly made the decision to give the remaining fit players a week off to rest. This break will allow their bodies to recover before they resume training the following week. During their week off, players like Anthony Gordon and Paul Dummett have been seen spending their time playing Fortnite with injured player Harvey Barnes. The hope is that this rest will rejuvenate the players and prepare them for the match against Chelsea on November 25th. Then finally, according to The Athletic, Anthony Gordon has shown no interest in changing his international allegiance to Scotland. The 22-year-old is reportedly close to receiving a call-up to the England senior squad and has been approached by Scotland, along with 3 other Newcastle players, Harvey Barnes, Tino Livramento, and Elliott Ederson. Gordon has represented England at various youth levels and played a crucial role in England's under-21 team winning the European Championships during the summer. While he was not included in the latest senior squad by manager Gareth Southgate, England's coaching staff reportedly admires his versatility and holds him in high regard. None of the 4 players mentioned have received senior caps for England yet, and they all have family connections to Scotland, which makes them eligible to play for Steve Clarke's side. The report suggests that Barnes, Ederson, and Livramento are still considering their international futures. However, Livramento's recent comments indicate that he won't rush into making a decision and is currently enjoying his time with England's under-21 team. And if you haven't watched Newcastle's Zlatan full documentary, click the video on your screen now.